So there one, and I can make more Dark Souls 3. So now we've actually done a little bit more of that one area ahead than I actually wanted to do. Let's actually go to that area that I wanted to go instead anyway. So over here is a little bit of an optional place. You don't have to go here at all. I wanted to do that, but then I did that instead. Ah, whatever. We're gonna get a shortcut in not too long, so it's okay. Yeah, there's shit down there that wants us fucking dead. Also this guy is dropping my frames because it's trying to load the area down there. Yeah, you see, if I look at it, it tried to load something and then it like did that. Oh, fuck off. I really thought I could do something more to it. I'm kind of an impulse here. I have no idea I didn't get staggered there. And yeah, I don't think I could have touched that. So this is an elevator, and like most elevators, you can jump off in the middle and do some stuff. Actually, I don't need the cat ring, it's very slow elevator. See how slow it is? Tell you, I can't get on top of it and do other stuff. So we're now in the Consumed King's Garden. Eh? That's the shard. Like this area over here where you jump off the elevator is just for like that as the shard, and this item over here, and for the rest you could have just taken the elevator all the way down anyway. Like it's not that big a difference. I don't actually think there's anything over there. I mean, it looks cool to jump over here and be like, oh man, you can jump over here. There's probably something really awesome there. But then it turns out no, and you can't jump up there either. And then you'd be like, oh no, what is this? Yes, toxic. Fuck off, toxic. So, yeah, we're gonna hate ourselves in this area. Please tell me I can make it. I thought there would actually be more ground down there, but there's like no ground in this area. There's only toxic. So we have one more of these guys. You instantly sees us, so we can't repair anything. If you have a strong weapon, like, shields don't really do anything. Unless they shield bash, of course. But apart from that, they just don't even do that much. So down here is a great little area, which is called... I don't give a shit about getting toxic. You give a shit about not being able to kill these guys. So we get some shit. That stuff. Toxic. Toxic is not an item, we're gonna get it anyway. Oh, Rita warned me about this. All this toxicity. So that's the one moss I wanted to have. Was exactly for that. So let's hope that we're not gonna get toxic again. Because then otherwise I don't have anything. I probably have to like chug milady. No. So mostly there's not actually too much in this area other than a few of these and a little bit of loot on the side, as you can see maybe sometimes. Actually not that visible. But yeah, there's just some loot on the side and not too much else. So I'm not gonna bother too much with this area because there really isn't too much to it. Might see if I can find some items around here. There should be one down here. Human pine rest, just dark. And then that's also mostly it for this area down here. I guess there's one more item down there. But most importantly, there's this one right here, which is just a shortcut back to the top. Which is gonna be very nice. Very nice. The shortcut itself is probably more important than this whole area down there. The actual gardens themselves are fairly disappointing. It's just a small fucking swamp area with toxic everywhere and loot that's not really too important other than some of the chunks. But if, like me, you went to the other area and got the chunks from there, then you should have a level 10 weapon already, and all the chunks you get now are just bonus for maybe like another weapon. But if you only ever use like this one weapon, then you don't really need that anyway. So near. It's fucking bullshit. I was really hoping that would one-shot us, otherwise we would have had problems. And now there's a fucking buffer guy up there again. However, there's two of them and they buff each other, which is useless because they are terrible at everything. So if they buff each other, they're still terrible at everything. The buffs were so powerful on the night guys because the night guys were already really powerful, and buffing them made them just even more awesome. But if they were just already terrible, and even a buff is not gonna change that. You're still gonna be terrible. Which is also how patches in most games are actually like misunderstood, where you, let's say you have a patch for like, I don't know, some game like this, and you have a weapon that's actually terrible, and then you give it like 10%, 20% more damage, like 20% more damage. Wow, now it's gonna be really good because it was terrible before, but now it got 20% more damage, so it has to be really good. But no, because if the weapon damage is terrible, then terrible times 1.2 is still terrible. So yeah, that doesn't do that much. There are sometimes you'll see game changes where something gets buffed by like 50% or 60%, maybe double or something like that, and then you like that's actually something. Oh, I forgot about that stuff up there. I think we actually need to go up there in order to continue on. So let me do that. So that's how buffs work. You do like really high damage buffs, stuff like that, and not just something small, because something small added to something that's terrible is still terrible. Dragon scaling, what's that? Wasn't that like lightning and fire or something like that? I don't know. Damage from backstabs, okay. This fucking guy. You really want to take this guy out, because otherwise he buffs the knights down there, and that's really sad. By the way, if you're wondering where we are right now, we're just on the other side of this fucking swamp. I do want that item over there. Never mind, that item over there is a chunk. I think I know that actually for a fact. Why is there a summon sign here? I guess for people... Wait, Better Call Saul? Better Call Saul. I guess for people that can't really deal with these ones. And the thing is, these ones are pretty fucking dangerous. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys kill me. Oh, what? I thought it was actually gonna backstab him, but he instantly turned around. Oh, I'm dead. Because the stand-up takes fucking 5 hours. No. The problem with this guy is he delays his attack so much. And then on other attacks he instantly goes in. So he has this like slow, like trying to bait out your attacks and something, and then he does bam 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 bam. So it's really hard to actually deal with this guy correctly unless you like really got his moveset down, which evidently I don't. So yeah, here's another guy. I really want to backstab him there. Why did that not backstab him? And then he also has the syndrome of you don't actually ever know when this guy has stopped with a combo. You don't ever know when this guy stops with a combo, which is also pretty awkward. Did you think that a combo was over? No, it wasn't. Did you think you were not gonna get hit there? Nope, you're gonna get hit there. This guy is just... What? Oh my god. I get stuck on him! Oh my god. I fucking hate this guy. Also, this weapon has such a hard backswing. The fucking backswing of this weapon is so legendary. Actually, have I ever talked about that? Oh, yeah, by the way, you guys have talked Cathedral Knights. And the guys, the knights in the castle, not Balden Knights, I just called them Balden Knights because that's what they resembled. But they're actually Lothric Knights. There's a boss up ahead. And to be fair, to be 100% fair, I might actually be able to kill this guy with this HP. But the thing is, I've only ever done this guy once before, so... Yeah, I'm not quite sure. If I've done this guy maybe like 5 times before, then yeah, I would go in with this health, because this guy is actually horrible. But let's not worry about that. Also, I'm getting cold. Hold on a second. Okay, and back. So, now that we've done that, I think we can just run to the boss now. I think there's like nothing else to do in that area. Maybe we can like pick up 1 or 2 more items on the way there that I might not have gotten, but for the most part, that's it. So... yeah, that area is really small, and that's like the entire consumed garden of the... Nee, Garden of the Consumed King. That's the one, yeah. Say nay. So yeah, we don't really give a shit about these. By the way, the elevator's down, so I'm gonna have to bring it back up. I couldn't have sent the elevator back up because I think I jumped off. So obviously when you jump off like that... Oh, never mind, it did go back. Oh yeah, because I fucked up going downwards, so instead I did it going upwards. But if I want that 1 or 2 more items, then I say fuck it, fuck those 2 items, and go to the boss. I think the knights might actually respawn. Yeah. That's very awkward for me, because usually I always fight the boss right after those 2 knights, even if I have like 1 Estus left. And if usually I mean that one other time I did this. I fucking hate that, because I think like, when he runs at me like that, I'm like, oh my god, he's gonna bring down the sword now! And then he waits 2 more fucking seconds to bring down the sword, and I'm like, okay, fuck you. Welcome to one of the easiest bosses in the game, and now that I said that, he's gonna kill me. Just watch, just watch.
You ignorant slaves. Finally taken notice, have you? Of the power of my beloved Ocelot, child of dragons. Well, I will not give him up. For he is all that I have.
Welcome to Oceiros, the Consumed King. This guy apparently injected his entire bloodline with Thief's blood or something like that, and yeah, this is the result. I know you can't cut off his tail, which is sad. Wait, that actually does that much damage? I really didn't know. I thought it did way less damage. What? Oh, you fucking clipped me with the back. Also, pay attention. Just like I didn't.
Are you hiding from me?
He's cradling an invisible child in his arm. In his left arm.
You were born a child of dragons. What could you possibly fear? Now, show yourself, Ocelot. My dear little Ocelot.
This guy just stopped jumping! He has other attacks he does when I'm under him. I know that he has other attacks doing that.
Ocelot!
And now we realize that Ocelot is actually like either dead or gone or whatever, I don't know. And he stops trying to cradle an invisible child in his hand and just fucking goes for it. That attack actually does no damage. I really wondered what would happen there. Oh my god, can you stop for a second? For just a second? Actually terrible. That was actually terrible, like the most terrible I've ever been in a boss fight. That was the most terrible boss fight I've ever done in my entire life. I'm so sorry, guys. As a little comparison, the very first time I ever saw this boss, I had 2 Estus flasks and 3/4 health. And my weapon wasn't +10. And I killed the boss with no Estus flasks left, but full health. So yeah, that was my very first encounter with that boss. So yeah, it's somewhat, but now the second time was apparently a lot harder. I don't know why. Probably because he spammed his jump in the first phase and didn't stop moving in the second phase, which is usually something he never does. Like, I've watched some other people as well, and usually he never jumps or moves around that much in either phase. But apparently this time it was like, let's go jumping and dumping. Nah, whatever. He's still easy, and see you guys next time.